Today I'm going to read you a poem. What perilous quest we dare take on into the world of love and wrong, through toils and strife, weary and sore, to live a life worth living for. Assume that we have this big group of positive charges here, right? And then we were to take our negative charge and put it over here. If we were to move it from here, anywhere along this area, to a place on this area, this line, then it would have a greater potential energy because it could increase to a higher velocity as it accelerated towards this positive mass. And so it has more potential energy in this. Okay, now assume that we don't have any particle, but we just have this group of charges, and we want to somehow describe the area that exists here. We draw these lines to represent regions where it would be equivalent amounts of energy to put a particle there to get its potential energy. So the idea being potential is not the same as potential energy, but if given a certain charge that we were to put here, we use electric potential to calculate what the potential energy would be. This is also known as volts, but volts are potential difference, so like if you were to measure the difference between these two lines, that would be measured in volts. Potential itself is the state function of voltage. Supposing I have a loop of wire that's connected to a power source with nothing in it, and then I have another loop of wire with a light bulb in it with no power source. So this power source, I have a knob on this power source, and I can raise the electricity and lower it. As I'm raising this knob, the light bulb will light up. If I leave it at the same position, it will not. This is because the electric and the current, or not the current, but the voltage really, is the negative of L, where L is the inductance of the material, and then delta di over dt, which means the rate of the change in current. So essentially, because this current is changing, if it's increasing here, this current will go in the opposite direction in order to oppose that current. And so the magnetic field generated by this increases, and it causes this wire to generate a current. That is the principle of inductance. Question for the day. People are allowed to choose what they do with their lives. And this can be a very terrifying choice for many college students. So my question for you is, what are your goals? I hope you're doing well. I think that fundamentally people are not good, and thus I think that has a lot to do with the problem of suffering. I will see you next week.